their arenas. So that is really what I am most juiced for.
Yeah, no, just to piggyback off of that, I mean, I saw how electric this place can get. And so just taking the time to talk about like our fans, right? Like, I remember in 2012 when we won and how crazy it was, and then just kind of went away a little bit, even though people were watching maybe at home and things, but seeing and feeling the energy of the crowd and just that family atmosphere and the competitiveness of, because again, Indiana means business. We are very much like, we love our basketball.
It's basketball country.
It's basketball literally, and everywhere else, you know, it's just basketball. Here, it's literally a lifestyle. So coming in and seeing like people, the anticipation, right? Ever since we lost last year to just up into this moment, people are ready.
That back-to-back in Iowa City, coming up right after that, and maybe we're teasing a topic coming up here soon in our conversation as well. You know, so it seems possible to me that in the first game, maybe you don't see major minutes from the major players, but even then, I just can't wait to see. I hope we get the opportunity on Saturday, if not on Sunday. DeWanna Bonner, Natasha Howard, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston on the floor at the same time. It's preseason. The energy level might not quite be what you're going to get the regular season, but like I just want to see those five on the floor together because then it's real.
Yeah, and fittingly in a season in which the All-Star game is coming here, kind of just setting the tone with nothing but All-Stars on the floor.
Yeah, and kind of building off that, I'm interested to see how Stephanie approaches this in the rotations. You know, we might not get there in the preseason game, but she said she has 8 players who could easily start on a WNBA team. How is she gonna mix them together? Are we gonna see those 5 All-Stars starting on the floor? I want to see them playing together. I want to see them. It should be good.
Yeah. You know how important that is? I mean, we talked about the depth a little bit earlier, but like, I've been on teams that have been very, very successful because we had starters on the bench. Like, that is huge. That is such a energy. Like, if I'm out there and I'm a starter, I know I can give my 100% because the next person that's gonna come in, they're gonna be ready to go. You know what I mean? And so I don't have to like preserve energy. I don't have to maybe like, you know, try to not be as aggressive. I can give my 100%, get out, take a break.
This so well, going to every single home game, and you look into the upper corners of the arena. That's always where I start, because that's how you can tell how good the crowd's gonna be. You look into the upper corners. And if the upper corners, people are filtering in, you know you're in for a good game. And I think it took me like till 3 or 4 times of doing that where I kind of realized, you gotta stop looking in the upper corners. They're gonna be filled.
They're there.
Yeah. And what I'm getting at is we experience just so much love from Iowa coming this way. It's like the winds moving west to east. And you'd walk around and the amount of Fever fans that came from Iowa, I mean, you walk around downtown Indianapolis on a game day and it feels like a playoff game every single game. You know, you see 22 jerseys at the level of the greatest stars in the history of this city and in this state in the sports scene. And so much of that is because of just this undeniable passion that we have gotten from Iowa coming east. So I am so excited, of course, for Caitlin, but I am so excited for everybody in Iowa and everybody in that direction to get to experience East coming west because they deserve it too. It's just one game, and there's no, the amount of people that would love to watch this in person and the amount of seats that Carver Hawkeye seats are a very different number. But just to get to give that love back.
An unbelievable atmosphere. And I think anytime you can talk to this, a team has a first road trip of the season, that's a great bonding experience. And I think this will be a chance for everyone to realize that they are part of something that's bigger than just themselves.
Right, that's so true. And just to say that too, I don't know if you guys remember, but Beyonce came out with an album and her fans, her super fans, are called the Beehive. Well, she put a little beehive in the corner of her album cover. And they were so excited. Oh, we made the cover. Oh, this is great. We made it. That was that love that Beyonce was able to extend back to them. So just in Caitlin's eyes, it's kind of like, this is such a gift to those Iowa fans as far as like, we're here. And now you get to see me again in person, and here I am, and signing autographs, and just kind of being around. So I'm here for it.
And so Beyonce is going to be on tour here this summer. It feels like this is the start of the Fever tour now,
Right,
too.
exactly.
I really didn't think we were getting Beyonce in
Yeah,
there, so
right?
I'm glad that you were able to check that box for us. It was really one of the few things we haven't talked about here.
Beyonce, if you're watching this now,
I got to get her to it again.
I think this is our last card here, and then
Okay.
we will hit pause on this conversation. But I will look forward to speaking with all of you. Hopefully, I think as many people know, Debbie lives in a very different part of the country. She flies in every single game. That's how passionate she is about this. But we weren't able to have her here for this conversation. But hopefully, we'll have her for some future ones, and she's going to play big into this next question and the answer to it, which is: we know this is a special team, but what's going to make the broadcast team fun this season too? And this is the 11th season that I've had the good fortune of broadcasting, at least in some regard, for the Fever. And you know this back to 2020, like going back to the Wubble season. I mean, it was just kind of you and me, and we were in a studio.
freezing studio at that.
Freezing studio. Very cool
So cold.
studio. Cool studio. And it's just been so gratifying to me to watch our group grow. We brought you on last year. We're bringing you on this year. We now have Debbie and Bria, and I want to give a quick plug and shout out to our management, because last year is the first year that we started traveling, and to best tell the stories of this team, you have to travel. You have to be there with the team. When the team goes on a West Coast swing for 8 days, they don't leave us anymore. We get to go with them, and that's so powerful and impactful. And I can go down the line here. I mean, you and I have picked Debbie's brain so much, and will continue to do so. And you even as a young broadcaster, I think you ask questions that are as good as anybody that I've heard your age. And I do Pacers, and so sometimes you'll ask a question, I'll be like, that's a good way that and Bria, we've worked together for a few years now, and I think like Debbie is like the ultimate resource. But where you come in, and I think you're so valuable, is you were playing professional basketball last year. You've worn an Indiana